Internet! Today we're going to give it a go with Tajic, Legion's Edge. This is a pretty fun commander in Boros colors. He's a 3-drop, he has haste and mentor, and he can prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to other creatures you control. And then for 1 red and a white, Tajic gains first strike until the end of turn. Mentor's pretty cool, so when you attack with him, you give another creature with less power a +1/+1 counter. Pretty fun. It adds up pretty high because all of a sudden you're swinging in every single turn with a creature that's stronger and stronger and stronger. Now, to make sure we always have another creature, we want to make sure these creatures are on the board before Tajic comes in. So we have a ton of 1 and 2 drops, as you can see here. Some are going to be a little bit better than others, but pretty much every one of these is fairly solid, especially with a 1/1 counter on it. So things from Battlefield Raptor, Esper Sentinel, we have Healer's Hawk. Hopeful Initiate's actually pretty big in this deck because he gets his own training trigger plus the mentor trigger. This guy gets 2 counters right off the bat when you attack with Tajic, and then all of a sudden you can use that ability if you need to. Selfless Savior lets us protect our creatures, typically Tajic, from getting spot removal. Recruitment Officer can let us refill our hand if we really need to. Bowmat Courier, a little bit of card advantage if we start to run out of cards, since card draw here is a little lackluster, but it's an aggro deck, that's what happens here. Fanatical Firebrand, Rabbit Battery, Phoenix Chick, pretty typical things here that you'll see in an aggro deck. We have some tech with 1/1 counters in this deck as well. Since we're getting so many, we have Ainok Bond-Kin. Everything's going to have first strike if it has a counter on it. We also have Abzan Falconer. Everything's going to have flying if it has a 1/1 counter on it. And then we have Envoy of the Ancestors. Everything is going to have lifelink if it has a counter on it. Since we also have so many things that are going to have counters on it, we're also running this bad boy. Baird Aggravian Recruiter. This guy's a legendary creature, human soldier, and at the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power greater than its base power, you create a 1/1 white soldier token. That's just going to happen every time pretty much because Tajic comes down, attacks, and you have something stronger. If anything happens to Tajic, we just keep swinging with what we already have on board here. We have a couple other big guys here. Sunrise Cavalier, pretty great card. 3/3 Trample Haste. He gets a 1/1 counter just whenever it switches from day and night. We have the other Tajic in our top end here. He's a pretty fun card here. I think maybe he's worth being the commander in another deck, so we might give this a go again with him. And then we have Aurelia, nice pre-combat buff. We have a couple other neat things in the mana base here. We only run untapped mana, in case you haven't noticed. Iganjo, Sokenzon, and then we have Cavern of Souls to make sure Tajic comes down. Naming Human pretty much covers the majority of all the creatures in this deck. Command Tower, obviously, and then Plaza of Heroes, giving us some nice protection for Tajic if we need it. A couple other things in here that I think is pretty useful to have, aside from the obvious removal like Destroy Evil, Fateful Absence, Declaration of Stone and Swords and whatnot. We have things like Recommission. This lets you throw Tajic right back on the battlefield, and he's buffed with a 1/1 counter all of a sudden. And since he has haste, he's coming in for a swing right there that turn. Another cool little bit of tech here that people don't always expect here is going to be Gideon's Sacrifice. It's a 1 mana instant where you choose a creature or planeswalker you control, and then all damage that would be dealt this turn to you and permanents you control is dealt to the chosen permanent instead. This is quite useful with Tajic's static ability of preventing all non-combat damage that would be dealt to other creatures you control. Somebody can do a gigantic Hour of Devastation doubled on you all of a sudden, or they want to do a swing into you for 30 damage. All of a sudden, all you're going to do, cast Gideon's Sacrifice on another creature. It's going to go all to our little Bowmat Courier. But guess what? It's non-combat damage now, and Tajic is going to prevent it. So you now have a whole turn where you don't care about any sort of damage being dealt to you. Pretty useful. Doesn't come up a lot, but when it does, your opponents typically don't expect it. And then you could swing in for the victory, typically. We do run Embercleave, and we are attacking with a minimum of 3 creatures every turn by turn 3, so this is usually pretty cheap, and almost always going to be 2 mana, maybe 3 if you're behind. Sheltered by Ghost is probably the newest inclusion into the deck. It's a great card from the new set. Obviously, most everyone's running it who can. And then everything else is just more synergy with 1/1 counters, like Thalia's Lieutenant, and Offenza giving bolster, things like that. So other than that, just aggro, aggro, aggro. Pedal to the metal on this deck. So let's jump in and see what happens. Here we go. All right, Liliana. Let's see if we can handle her. We're on the play, which is where we want to be. We don't have a 1-drop, which is pretty unfortunate. But I think we're going to go ahead and go with this anyways. So we'll lead with a tap land. Sentinel's Eyes is pretty neat. We can use that to discard the Liliana. Oh, this is not that Liliana. I knew that. Okay, that being said, let's go ahead and lead off with Swiftblade. I foresee death. Sure. Let's go with... decisions. I guess let's go with Anafenza. We don't want it to die to this, so we don't want to play Bond-Kin. Sure. We gotta cut through the removal. That's fine by me. Okay, at this point, let's go with Honored Crop Captain. And we're gonna just keep going. Bleed the removal, bleed the removal. Okay.
With the mysteries. I've come for an answer. One of your friends has to leave.
Okay. Think we'll go with Bond-Kin and Thalia's Lieutenant. This takes their decision to kill one or the other here. Never mind. They laughed at that. Okay, Sentinel's Eye. Killing Lily.
Fine. I'll take my zombies and leave.
Alright, let's see what happens here. This is not where we want to be, but it is what it is. Okay, they are bleeding that removal. Fortunately, we can just recast Tajic here. And let's see what happens.
When I win, you're telling me what you know about the... I'm not finished with you yet.
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter too much here. We don't really have any recursion. Just recommission. Let's see here. Do we want to do this first? Yeah, let's do this first.
I'm done here.
Okay, they can make us Edict now. Yes. Can't bank on drawing a recommission, so I think we're just gonna command zone Tajic. And that's pretty much where we needed a creature. I guess now a top deck land lets us re-Tajic again.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit.
All right. Not too bad there.
Shots here.
Let's go with Absence, and I guess we can ditch Bond-Kin. Kill their Lily.
I have bigger demons to deal
This coming into play tapped does kind of help as well. But they are probably chocked full of removal. Yeah. Okay. Let's top deck a land or a haste creature. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh boy. Sure.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick. I'm not finished with you yet.
Ironic that this could mentor up our own Tajic. We may actually want to do that. Let's see. Let's think about this. Okay, we're going to swing in. We want to be able to swing into... Let's see, 1, 2... Okay. What does their mill do? Mill 2 cards and you return a creature card. Let's double check what... Nothing in there anyway, so we're just going to go face at this point. Recommission would help here. We could get Sunrise back into play, swing in. Giving Tajic for a strike. They must have a board wipe? Yeah, okay. Opponent's really drawing what they need each time here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're gonna do what we gotta do here. At this point, we're gonna recommission Sunrise.
When I say suffer, you suffer.
Oh boy. Okay, well, they are flirting with fire there. Look at that. And that's why you run haste. Boy, oh boy. Good game, opponent. Yeah. We got there. Alright. Ooh, my favorite deck. Let's see if we can do it. On the play. 1, 2, yes. No. Yes. We'll be okay. Sun Billow got us there. It's a great addition. Oh, okay. Well, we were going to Sun Home at our plains. That opens up red. Swing, swing. We were going to Tajic, and then we were going to double mentor. Because we were going to mentor off Tajic, we were going to mentor off Sun Home, we were going to have a beefy Esper Sentinel, we were going to draw every single turn until they killed it. Yeah, GG. Azusa. Alright, on the play, okay. Oh, I like me some Klement. Unfortunately, we only have one other creature. But sure, hopefully we draw another creature here. A little bit of Basri Ket. This doesn't always come up, but it's pretty useful to be able to have a reliable 1/1 counter and indestructible. And it's not hard to get to that emblem. We're going to lead on the plane since we have 2 double. There you go. So this gives all of our creatures in hand perpetual 1/1. And this can specialize to a pretty cool 2/3 double striker that deals damage whatever it gets dealt. So that's pretty nice in my opinion. Shigeki. Okay, this is actually pretty nice with demotion in hand. So what I think we're going to do here is demote Shigeki. Can't block anymore. Can't even use his ability. And then we're going to Tithe Taker. Pretty useful right here. I love this on a Golos. And we begin. Klement is a great creature to put your 1/1 counter on because when you specialize, all of a sudden you got a double striker coming at you. Sure. They're going to take a whopping amount of damage here. Maybe they have something here. Okay. How do we want to do this? I think we're going to Basri Ket and put a 1/1 counter on Tajic. That way we can keep going on our fun mentor ride. A board wipe could do something here, I guess. Or board wiping green. Yeah, I don't know. My brain was still thinking we were playing the Prismatic Bridge deck that scooped to us. Okay. Okay. So here's the fun minus ability from Basri.
Like a sandstorm.
Boom. GG opponent. Yeah, we got there. Tajic on the play. That's what you need to do. Tezzy boy. Okay. Well, we finally have our 1/2, but we don't have our third mana. If this was a mountain and a plains, I would very much so consider it. But with it just being 2 plains, we're hoping to draw a mountain or a red source, and I don't want to do that. Here we go. This is pretty much what I was talking about. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. 1, 2, and hopefully we get our third mana by the time we need it. On Crop Crasher, as you saw in the previous game, comes in with haste, but it does exert to remove a blocker for that turn. Pretty useful for finishing the game. Lone Rider also pretty cool, since you can transform it if you gain more than 3 life. Alright, we have swords. We could maybe use Sheltered to help flip Lone Rider, in fact, but I think we're going to demote. Takes them off of their mana. Lets us continue the damage here. We could have got Lone Rider down and kind of wanted to, because if we draw our third land, all of a sudden Lone Rider's a 2/2 for Strike Lifelinker. But I want to slow them down a bit. Sure. Let's go land. Let's go land. Let's go Cavern of Souls. Ah. Okay. Well, let's see if they run counters. Looks like they do. So we'll... Oh, okay. Maybe it's just removal. Alright. Yeah, we're holding recommission, but I'll get on crop down. Maybe. Okay. Let's go ahead and do Lone Rider. We'll hold up swords, though I don't suspect that's going to be necessary. You never know. But we can Fateful this. Alright. Let's see what happens here. We could be super hardcore and swords our own Thalia to flip a Lone Rider. And that's insane. Let's do it. Well, for what it's worth, didn't matter if we did that or not. Okay. I guess we're gonna bring back on crop. Unless they have the one of negate in their hand. Come on. Let it hit. Let it hit. Okay. Well, we're one strike away now. Of course, they could gain life, I'm thinking. Okay. Got there. Yeah. They were going to have to answer this for sure. But again, we had Lightning Strike as another way to do it. Close one, though. I think they were pretty much where they were getting to take control. So, we got there. Okay. Little aggro versus aggro. And they're on the play, which is unfortunate. Not the best hand. I think we can do better than this. Oof. Okay. Kamano's pretty nice. But unfortunately, we don't have a 2-drop. Yeah. No 2-drop's pretty brutal. That being said, we're not gonna hold off on Kamano. We could have skipped one turn. But we'll just draw a 2-drop here. Hey, look at that. It asked for a strike. Let's see what happens now. That's fine. That's why we run Rasad. I wanted to get welcome down, but we can't let that keep happening there. Oh boy. That's telling me they got something ready. Yeah. Yeah, that 3-4. Brutal. We could try to swing in with Embercleave, maybe. Alright, looks like we're gonna have a fight.
Let's just fight.
Yep.
Ooh, I rather just touch you.
Yeah, not looking good here. Oh yeah. That's pretty nice. I think we can save. Oh, we can save this.
No, I'm not finished with you. Not by a long shot.
All right. This is really opponent's game to lose at this point. I think we're going to be at 1 or 2 here. Well, if they stack this right, actually, we could die. They should start giving it to, well, I guess. Oh yeah, okay, that would be death. Oh, yeah, that'll do it too. Alright. Alright, GG opponent. Yeah, aggro deck on the play. It's hard to beat. Ooh, Looty boy. Alright, we get to play against him, huh? 1, 2, 3. That's where you want to be. Yeah. I wonder if they're one of the 16 people that saw my Loot the Pathfinder video. There we go. And we're off. Let's find out. Oh boy. It's a decent start. We even have Unbreakable ready. Although next turn we just... I don't know. Let's see what they do here. Oh, dang, opponent. I don't know, broski. I feel like this is... Well, let's see. I don't want to count my eggs before they're hatched. You never know. Let's just make sure our mana's good here. We're gonna Sunrise. We're gonna Hammerhead. Yeah, you can't block. Take it. You. And let's see what happens. Well, I know what they're not going to do. Five mana. They basically have to answer Fanatical, because he can just sack. Yeah. Okay. Was that you punching my commander in the face before you disconnected? Alright, GG. We got there. Ooh, Ragavan. Okay, well, we're on the play. We have 1-2 and we need a third land. I think we're gonna go with it. I hate this card as a commander. Wow, must be nice. Okay. Pretty interesting there. Ooh, they took my recommission. Sure. Oh, good. That means we got our third land faster, huh? We'll just do Fencing Ace. They're holding something, huh? Or is this just priority? You're up, opponent. Cool. Well. Ah. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know about constantly dashing that creature, but I mean, hey. Sure. Sure. That's nice. Ah, you're taking my hawk. Sure. Okay. How do we want to do this? Yeah. Taking you. You can't block. And buff you. Okay, if we get to untap with these three on the board, I'll be pretty happy. Especially holding intervention. Tajic. Yeah, not everybody, they don't always remember he has that. Oh, Goldspan Dragon. That escalated quickly. Yeah, no blocks. Alright. Ah, they took my Destroy Evil. That would have been useful. Ooh, boy, does that get us there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, cool. GG, opponent. Pretty cool. Big ol' Nikki B. Alright, they're on the play, which is good for them. And we have to mulligan here. This is... I do love me a Caverns, but... Thinking about this. Name human. We could play Bowmat. Then Recruitment Officer. Draw a land. Play Fencing Haste. Fencing Ace. Draw another land. Am I insane for considering this? Yeah, I am. Yeah, okay. There you go. Boros Challenger is pretty sweet in this deck as well. Well, is it worth saving? We'll lose 1 damage, but we'll deal 2 with following attack with him after that. Yeah, we'll hold on to him. I really love getting as much value out of Klement as we can. And we may end up pitching Rip Apart to specialize. First creature on the field, not us, is not a good thing to do. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Well, that's pretty nice, I guess. I'd rather have Falconer. Just start flying over everything. Really need that 3rd land here. Well, maybe we'll kill the Signet. Okay. What if they'll play that? They will play that. Interesting. Alright. Yep. Not bad for them. 2 mana basically to gain a life instead of taking 3. Pretty good. Here I'm feeling like Hopeful plus Sheltered taking over Hilda. Especially if they let her flip. Oh, don't touch Tajic. Don't touch him. Fair enough. Yep. Okay. Maybe we'll just Sunrise then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Start going. There's a real clock here. Yep. Oh. Okay, well, we can get it back. Okay. I feel like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like we're about to get like wrecked. So I'm gonna Tithe Taker here just to have Afterlife ready. Possibly. Okay, that being tapped is pretty big for us actually. If they hold back with Rahilda, that'll kind of tell me. Okay, yeah. They're digging for something. We may specialize Klement now. Okay. Okay, opponent. Yeah, I don't know what they were maybe thinking they'd have mana for this. I'm guessing they would have taken Sunrise again. I guess if they had done that, we would have probably just sheltered and then taken Rasad, got our Sunrise back. We would have sheltered on Klement, swung in. They would have had to block Sunrise or Klement, still take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we could have also probably, yeah, we might have even, yeah, they weren't in a good way there. Boros action. We're on the play. Sure. This is such a cool art. Cool mano. Mm-hmm. Are you monetizing me? I know you didn't just do that.
Now is the time to strike.
Monetize. Feels bad, man.
Where shall we hunt today? Attack one, and you attack us all.
Let's see. Guess we're gonna go here for sure, right? Yeah.
Ketra's love is your shield.
Etching. Think you forgot. Okay. We'll block.
You have great ambition.
This guy right here. Okay. I guess we're gonna want. Tajic. Even a board wipe, we'll be able to recast it anyways.
I will guard your advance.
Yep. So yeah, we are likely getting board wiped here, looks like. Authority's really gonna slow us down though. Yeah, etching turns off. Oh, very nice. Etching basically turns off this death trigger. If we can draw Unbreakable or Plaza to give indestructibility, we'll be pretty set here. I think we're just, let's see, do we care? I think we want to just get rid of Rimaz. Okay, let's see, how do we want to do this? So we go like this. Gets indestructible anyway.
Is your shield.
And is it Vigilance? I want to be able to mentor, I guess, twice. I guess it won't really matter. So we wanted to get Trample. We'll go this way. We want to deal as much damage as we can at this point. Oh yeah, GG. Very good. A little slow there, but yeah. Gracky boy. Opponent on the play. No. Yes. Ooh, man. Adeline with haste. You don't mind if I do. Man. This plus this. Because the attack trigger. Good times. If this was a 2-drop, it'd be insane. I wish it was like 2 white mana. So you could just get this on turn 2 every turn. It would be great with Tajic. We do want another white mana for Adeline. Hopefully we do pull that. That's kind of scary. That means this guy comes down as a 6. Is that right? Okay, so we need to start swinging in while we can then. I guess we could... Is it worth it? It's a lot of cards. This is pretty greedy for an aggro deck, but this is our one chance to get this down before we just go ham. So they're probably, yeah, they're gonna crack Maw. That's coming in as a big boy. I wonder if they have like village rights to sack it. That'd be smart. I guess we should have done this first. Okay. Pretty cool. Had that planned, obviously. Of course, they're just going to slam Grakmaw again. Or Hungering Hydra. Okay, so... Man, this one white mana is killing us. I think we just... I think we need to start this engine. Yeah, we just need to start chunking. Of all the creatures, I would argue not to block that one, because we could recommission it. Oh, a little beep there. Yeah, this is a beating. Okay, still with no mana to do much other than one spell a turn. Although we can do this. So let's get Phoenix Chick down, see if we draw white mana here. We do, actually. So we could Declaration this, actually. We could just hold back one creature, though. Is that better? What are we dealing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus whatever... Oh, 7. Plus whatever he deals. Getting Adeline down earlier would have been better. Let's just go this way. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Hopefully they don't have Damnation or Deluge or something like that. If they do, we can still Adeline with 10th Street back up. Okay. I guess they'd need Deluge to kill Tajic here. Plus we are threatening to come in for 3, 4, 5 with the Mentor. I guess plus Sentinelize, that is actually 6. So I think maybe we have this. Okay. Let's make it cool here. Oh yeah. Let's go you. Boom. Not bad, huh? GG. And there you have it, Tajic Legion's Edge. Pretty fun commander. Typically, you're going to want to be on the play, although I can't think of a deck I've ever not wanted to be on the play with. But for an aggro deck like this, it's really, really advantageous. You got to see Tajic do a little bit more of a control style with some removal-based interactions, but the bread and butter is 1, 2, 3. Punch, punch, punch. And you got to see some big damage from Tajic pretty fast. So give this one a shot if you want. I think it's a pretty fun deck to try out. We didn't get to do Gideon's Sacrifice, but I'm telling you, when you do that, your opponent's usually thrown for a loop on that. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by and hope you enjoyed the games. And remember, elevate your game.